Hey, 7th grade. Mr. Hildebrand here with a quick tutorial for you on Storyboardthat. Recently, I've asked you guys to create a comic strip, okay, to illustrate and explain some stuff that we learned in class. A really easy tool for that is Storyboardthat.com. Now, if you have another way to create a comic strip, maybe you're more comfortable drawing one and then sending me a picture or submitting it to me when you see me in class, that's fine. Or if you have another app that you'd rather use, as long as you can save it and send it to me and you're following the rest of the directions, that's fine. But if you're not sure where to start, Storyboardthat.com would be a good one to go to. So if you go to Storyboardthat.com, let's type it in right here, you see on the screen. And you're going to be very careful on this website because there is a paid version where you actually have to pay, and then there's a free version. Okay, we want the free one. Okay, so if you click up here where it says log in, obviously if you've used this before, you might already have an account, but you might not. Okay, so if you don't have one, you're going to click register. Okay, and when you click register, it'll basically pop up with the same exact one. Down here at the bottom, there'll be basically a little box that says terms of use. You have to click yes, I agree to obey the rules of the website. And then you're going to click Google. Okay, so if you already have a Storyboardthat, awesome. Just click the Google and log in. If not, you're going to have to click register first, agree to the terms, and then click Google. I already have one, so I'm going to click Google. Because I was already logged into my school Google, which you can see up here, it took me right into it. Okay, and I've used this before. You may have to type in your school Gmail, okay, your school email into the Google login. Okay, but once you're in, okay, see, they're always going to try to get you up here at the top. They're already asking you to buy the $8 version of this. Okay, we don't want that. Okay, do not click buy now. Okay, you do not want that. You can just go here and click create a storyboard. Okay, and it'll pop up. Now, a couple different things. You'll see some boxes pop up like a normal comic strip or storyboard that you've used before. Lots of different options. You can click layout, and you can do a traditional one. You can make it look like a movie, kind of like film. You can pick any of these where you'll have titles and descriptions and captions. You can really mess with it any way you want. But for ours, we're just going to do traditional storyboard. Okay, so that's what we're in right now. If we want more of these boxes, because in the directions I did say that you need at least 10, you're going to have to add cells. Okay, and if you eventually realize you have too many and you don't want that many, get rid of them. Okay, so we need at least 10. So let's see here. We're going to add a couple cells here. Here we go. So how many? That's 9, and that is, let me see here. All right, let's click one more. That gives us more than what we need, but you can obviously play around with this as much as you want. So I can say update storyboard. Okay. Uh-oh. Gotta stop recording. All right. Sorry for that interruption. I found some limitations on the website I didn't know about, so I had to go ahead and change our directions. And then I'm too lazy to go back and record and keep talking, so I went and I just changed the assignment. So instead of 10 cells, we're going to do 6. Okay, so 6 of these boxes is what we can get away with on the free one. If you're looking at me and say, Mr. Hildebrand, I need more. Okay, 6 is not enough. That's okay. You can simply just create 2 different storyboards. Okay, for right now, we'll just cap it at 6. Okay, so we'll go down here, update storyboard. Perfect. Now we've got 6 boxes. Okay. Now what you're going to do is pick a background. You know, you can pick anyone you really want. Your cartoon doesn't have to be historical. It just has to explain the 4 types of ancient Greek government. So you can make it modern day if you want. But for me, it's kind of fun. We can pick through these different ones for history. Let me pick an old-timey one here. Let's see. I think I saw a good one earlier. Yep. Let's pick this. This looks kind of Greek, maybe Roman, but you basically just pull this down into the boxes. Okay. And if you want to switch, let's say, you know, I want to go to the Agora or something like that, or maybe to the Palace. Do something like this, right? We can kind of switch things up. Okay. Obviously, I just need you to explain the 4 types of government. So if you want to make it like you're hanging out at somebody's house, you can use any of this. If you want to make it like you're at school and a teacher's teaching, that's fine. They got all kinds of restaurants and all kinds of stuff you can pick from. Okay. Next thing you're gonna do is add some characters. Okay. They have some people from Monsters and Myths. They have classical eras. So these are people from history, all kinds of 1600s to 1800s. So you can really get as fancy as you want. Let's just pick some random people. You guys know I said that you got to have at least 2 characters. So let's get this younger guy and maybe like this older guy, and they're talking to each other. Now you can get real complicated if you want. You can change their skin color, hair color, eye color, their clothing. To keep this video short, I'm going to keep these guys pasty and pale as Casper the Ghost, and just kind of show you some of the features. Textable. So this is where you can actually do like the thought bubbles or the speech bubbles. Okay, and then you can click to edit, and you can type stuff in there. Okay, you can change the font, the color, all that kind of stuff. You can move this around if it doesn't line up again. Okay, there's all kinds of shapes you can add if you want. You can really get pretty crazy with these things. But let me show you real quick then how to save and then how to share. Okay, so if we click save, you're going to put a title on this thing. So our title would be Government Storyboard or Government Comic, and then give me your last name. So for mine, I'll just put Hildebrand. Okay, and save storyboard. So it's going to save it, and it's going to pop you back out. Again, it's going to try to trick you and get you to buy something. You don't have to do that. But here is our storyboard. So now how you're going to share with me. If you click either download or print. I was having issues with the download earlier, so I just clicked print, and it popped up like this. Now, if we're in school and we have access to the printer, that's great, no problem. But if you don't, what you can do is just click storyboard only, so it'll pop up as your storyboard. And if you're not hooked up to a printer, awesome. Or if you are, just click this. Okay, there's obviously lots of different printers I could hook up to, but if I just click save to PDF or save to Google Drive. Okay, if I click save to Google Drive, and I click save, it says it's saving right now. I can go in then to my Google Drive. So let's go ahead to Drive. And here we go, right here. Pops up as a PDF. You can open it. And then what you should be able to do is share it. Yep, so if you click share, you can type in my last name. My email should pop up. The brand. Okay, send it, and it'll send me an email. Okay, now if you are not so sure if it's going to work with Google Drive or not, what you can do is, let me get rid of that, go back to this one. You can go print, storyboard only, and then you can go to save as PDF, save. Keep that same name is fine. You can send it to your desktop or somewhere else, somewhere you know you can find it, and then you can attach it to an email and send it to me. Now, if all that's really confusing, you're like, shoot, I'm on my phone or my tablet, I don't know how to do that. Folks, if you just go to your storyboard and kind of zoom so that you have it like full screen, I'm having trouble moving this right now. But if you zoom so you have it full screen, you can just take a screenshot and email me that. That'll work too. All right. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. Thanks, folks.